Good morning. Well, I think we've just made it through to the Bishop. Good morning, Bishop Alvin Bailey. How are you doing?
I am doing very well, thank you, my friend, Rana.
Great to have you. We hope that this line lasts because we're having some challenges with the connection. The challenge we'll have with
All right,
another.
good.
Right. Now, you are a graduate of the School of Theological. It's in Jamaica, Columbia Theological Seminary. That's in Atlanta. You're also senior pastor at the Portmore Holiness Christian Church.
Yes, I am all of those and more.
Right. You're a bishop I was too sure you're president bishop Holiness Christian Church, or you're president and bishop of the Holiness Christian Church.
The Holiness Christian Church uses bishop as the presiding overseer of the denomination. I am also the local pastor for the Portmore Church, a church I founded some years ago.
Right. Now, we are going through some very interesting times, and you, as a pastor and concerned about your country, you have made some comments, but since you've made those comments, I must tell you there have been some interesting developments, and you're here this morning to give your overview of what is happening. But all I can tell you has come out so far is that the opposition leader will give a part of his salary to charity. Well, I'm telling you, I hope that I'm no charity. The Prime Minister will not. The Prime Minister will not take the increase in salary. Well, he could give me this increase. I'd appreciate it. There's big excitement about pending cabinet reshuffle in the media. I wonder what is next. Well, it's a good thing. Me no big head bud. But I wonder what we can say for the rest of the country. What say you, Mr. Bishop?
Well, the symbolism of giving up salary and giving a portion, a significant portion of your salary, are extremely good symbolism. The whole matter of sacrifice as ever resonates with people. But what that is a spring off from what has been a rather unjust, inequitable, and if you ask me, a wicked response of our government to our people, when you would have caused so many percent increase over the average wage. It's astronomical. They would have given themselves 240% and above, up to 300% raise. And they're already high salary in comparison to the average Jamaican. And then then they would have known, but make themselves sacrifice as if that is going to change the situation. Coming tomorrow, the people are as poor as they were before the salary increase, and they are living lofty lives much better than everybody else, considering that they were not only benefiting from their salaries, they were benefiting from other perks and other things that they were getting because they were politicians, not to mention some of the other unmentionables. So, it's an unjust, it's formalizing the kind of injustice that will cause a nation to be thinking of things that are not legal. It is really unjust. And every single person who speaks from anywhere in the world see this action as just, unconscionable and evil.
But they will tell you that the salaries are pegged. The salaries of ministers and the prime minister. Salaries are pegged to that of the permanent secretary. Therefore, if the permanent secretaries get a particular increase, there's a jump. Is it possible that we need to look at how, because I have a suggestion to make to you and the nation in terms of how we can come up with the salaries or how much money is allocated to the political directorate and also to public servants?
Okay, we must know where they're in when they hear it, I mean, there's one wage bill for the nation. And if you can't afford, when we can't afford to pay our people what they deserve, whatever their salaries are paid to, we tell them to take just that because that's all they can afford. And we squeeze the neck of the nurses, the lawyers, we squeeze the neck of the police and the teachers, and so that's the only thing we can get. And if you don't take it now, you're not going to get it until 2 years' time. But then you take for yourself out of the same national wage bill more than is conscionable. That pig business is, for me, in a general Christian principle, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. You can't pay more than you earn. It is immoral. And to pay yourself more than you deserve is evil. I mean, you can't do that. And I'm aware that some of the words that describe their action really shouldn't be levied at people who we have to give respect and who lead us. But that you have led that, man. You have to cause that to happen. People this morning are suffering and are demotivated because of this action, and this is unnecessary, unreasonable, inequitable, and it must be rolled back if you're going to have any moral authority to govern me and govern the people of Jamaica. You must show a sign of being concerned about my needs, about my situation and circumstances.
We don't have a very strange situation, and I would love more attention to also to be paid to the public servants, because they have gotten, well, at least those in the top hierarchy have gotten significant increases. Also, we're in a strange situation where the Prime Minister will be now, based on what he has said, he would be getting less than the opposition leader. That would be the first probably that is happening in the world. So we have a strange situation which must be resolved.
Yeah, because I don't think that is supposed to be so. It shouldn't be so out of the generosity of your heart. People who work must get paid, and people who must get reasonable pay. It shouldn't be because of an expression of generosity.
Yes.
You do that on your own, recognizance. But what is happening is that the structure remains so. The average politician is taking home more than he deserves, more than the country can afford. It's going to trigger off a chain reaction of social inequality and injustice.
I have a suggestion.
I have
a suggestion. You keep mentioning can afford, and therefore I'm hoping you would probably support that suggestion, and we can get it right across the country. I believe that the system they now have, where the public servants just negotiate, and government know salary. Ministers and so on, the salaries are topped up based upon what they get. That what we ought to do. Probably it ought to be in the Constitution, and if you're going to change it, then you'd probably a 2/3 majority of Parliament, because the financial management of a country is of crucial importance. I would suggest that salaries for the government and also the public sector should be a percentage of the country's gross domestic product. What do you think about that idea? So if we...
No, that's an excellent idea. And so when the country earns, persons know that it is, and that is called equity.
Yes.
That is exactly what equity is. So we know that the amount that we shared up for your children, or for the amount that we shared up in different ways for different persons at different levels, and so nobody can cry inequality. But when the politician's earning is so much above, and then before the increases, there was inequity. And so what the increases have caused more inequity than and also injustice than what we had bargained for. Before the increase, the Prime Minister's salary was $9.1 million.
Yes.
All right? And the minimum wage was $675. Almost $676. The Prime Minister's salary went up to $25 million, but minimum wage still remain at $675 until we're ready for change it. And they never looked at the possibility, for example, of increasing the threshold, the tax threshold, income tax threshold, to afford people to retain more money.
Yeah.
We still have to pay them, the government, the same amount of money out of the salaries from the increase that we get. So we are impoverished, and I dare a politician come stand before me to tell me that I must vote for him after you don't deal with me that way. But then Jamaicans are like that. There's a thing that we have sung in our national anthem that has resonated with us. Teach us true respect for all. And all your disrespect with Jamaicans tend to really just show a great amount of respect for their leaders. Yeah. And that's why you don't have a revolution already.
But it seems so, Reverend. It seems that since you agree with that point, I love persons to push it more, because it's just good budgeting. If you earn $10 million, there's so much of light, so much of water. So this is your gross domestic product, therefore the public sector should get probably 10% of that, government probably get 3%. Now, how you arrange that for the political directorate is depending on how you want to do it, because you're only getting probably 2% of the gross domestic product. And I must say, I'd love more persons to jump on that, and that would be a better way. It's just called proper budgeting.
There's a part of it that people would not necessarily take kindly to, although to really prevent us from finding ourselves in some serious inflation problem. Because when that happens, that means when the country non-perform, when the country underperform by the same merit, you would have a salary reduction.
Let me tell you.
That could already, you could put a rider into it that you can reduce the salary.
But hold on, let me answer that. It means, therefore, every single person would have an obligation to perform. If you don't, inflation sets in, and that would take care of it. Because you cannot increase one salary when the country is not earning more. You can't. So if you increase the salary and the gross domestic product falls, then it means, therefore, you are going to help to push inflation. Although the trade unions have told me that salary doesn't have much impact, but it doesn't matter. You can't pay more than you're getting.
Yes. One of the primary concerns I have with all of this doing is that a lot of persons are now being commentators and are being descriptive, and I welcome the matter of prescription and the matter of action, remedial action, and everybody in the Jamaican society must see what part they play in all of this. And so, in the interest of the people who have been disenfranchised. So the church, if it's prayer, and you consider yourself prayer alone, then there must be intensification of prayer.
Right.
The trade unions that represent the working class, they are the ones who they have been weighing government's hand to get a little bit more. They have been undermined, disrespected, and their workers have been giving very inappropriate increases. They should be taking the government to task. They should be asking for a meeting immediately under the joint trade union organizations and the individual trade union organizations. They are not saying anything for the workers.
Could I answer you?
In the street.
Could I mention something? That yesterday was Labor Day. I wonder how many persons understand what is the true meaning of Labor Day. What Labor Day has become, and nothing wrong with giving service, has become a national service day. Nobody talks about the workers and the development of the unions or what have you. It just has become a national. And what it has become a day for public relations, for political figures. That's what it has become.
For political figures. For example, the plant a tree thing.
And by the way, I must tell you, I've been pushing this for many years. That Labor Day should be about labor, should be a day. You can give a service, nothing wrong with that. But at the center of it is how workers function. We should be talking about productivity on that day. Changing it is like you have Christmas Day to turn Christmas Day into another day, or New Year's Day. It was intended to be Labor Day.
Well, it doesn't have to be either or,
No, it doesn't have to be.
Because I really do think that it's a tremendous demonstration of camaraderie, of putting, because they normally concentrate on the lesser persons, the children's home, the schools, and European, to show our social awareness, to show our partnership in nation building, and sensitive to those who are less fortunate.
Yeah,
what
man.
the politicians have done, you have destroyed it. You would have been paying to paint those homes. You have been paying to get the job done. We say, okay, let us, in the interest of the national situation, apply that.
Yes, Reverend. Let me just squeeze in one here. Definitely is that one or the other, but whatever work the workers do, it should be in honor of their achievement. So if they fix a place, it should be the workers getting the credit, not a political person. And what should happen, it is the unions who should organize a Labor Day. I don't think it should be a government thing. Is that a government holiday? And don't forget
I said to one trade union, you're correct. You are just so correct. But persons who champion the cause of workers like Bustamante, Sir Alexander Bustamante, Sir Norman Washington Malley, those men should be turning in their grave when they look at what their political great-grandchildren are doing to the country.
Yes. Sir, I have to go now, but I'm sure you have more to say. And I will be calling on you. So I'm your boss. So when I call you, I want you to say yes.
We have more to say and more to pray about, and I trust the church will rise up and let their voices be heard by God and the people as an act of sensitivity to the Christian community and to our country whose national anthem we sing, so that Jamaica under God will increase in beauty.
And also, the church must also, I love them, I'm encouraging them, not only to speak in church, but also to use a medium such as this one, which they are welcome to use, to come and use it and speak to the nation more often, because the media is now, if you ask me, bombarded with all types who sometimes have nothing uplifting to tell us. So I'm calling on you and your...
dead on. You know, give us a call like you gave me. I'm sure there are other brothers and sisters and pastors and bishops and apostles who are prepared to speak.
Not an easy task I've been trying. For example, we have a meditation every day. I put it on, and that is the new spec of the church. I love more of them to even contribute. I could tell you more, but I will not dampen your spirit on this program. So, the work that I'm doing, I was hoping that more church leaders would come out and support. I literally have to go there and beg them. That's not a good sign.
I'll talk to you and tell you how you can go about some of it, but we'll talk.
Right. Okay, my brother. It was great talking with you, and I hope you'll run with that suggestion. I'm glad you spoke out. You need good thing you've done, and you don't sound like the traditional pastor. Then you're radical, and sometimes
I know the bishop, the reverend, and the doctor don't surprise me. I still have to face the grassroots person in my pulpit every morning. I'm not gonna.
I love that. No? I love that. So, and please, I beg of you, get your other leaders to look at the suggestion I have made, because you have said it's a good suggestion. I think that's the way to go. That's proper management in terms of salaries. We should allocate a percentage of the salaries for the government workers and also for the political directorate. Bishop,
I think that's a good suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, my brother. Bishop Bailey, you have a wonderful day. And continue to speak out. We need some positive voices like yours. Have a wonderful day, my brother. All right, you're listening to Redeem FM. This is Vernon Darby with your program Spot On.